Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Rex here, and we are back again with another YouTube video. Now, today is a very special video to me, and I'd never felt so happy, so clear in mind, so fulfilled in my life before. And a lot of people are realizing this change in me that I'm not down in the dirt. I've like I've risen above a potential higher than I could have ever reached for a while because I was letting the burdens of my past weigh me down. And it's sad that that's typically what reality can do to you. We get a lot of encounters and such that really just bring us down and make us feel bad. Um, but I realized, and I am accepting it a lot more. And I'm so happy that I'm not sure if you guys are religious or not, and I don't want to offend anybody. I'm Christian, and my faith in God is becoming a lot stronger, and He is leading me to a path where I have strayed away from a long time ago, and I'm where I need to be. I'm getting closer to where exactly I need to be as well, and I'm so happy for it. So today I was at work, and last night. I was yesterday. After I got off from work, I was hanging out with my good friend Matthew. Shout out to you, Matthew. And we went to go watch the Mario movie. I'm not spoiling it or anything. Pretty good movie. Not the I want to say it's the best movie. It's going to be the best movie of the year, but it was a pretty good, darn good movie. It just had like, for in my opinion, missed opportunities at some points in the movie, but it was pretty good. Anyway, though, so I hanging out with my best friend, and we talk for a while after the movie, and I'll go back in the house, and I go ahead and finish doing my homework, and turning that in, and then I go. I think I did my work after that. I think I did my work after that. But I think what I did first was I played Garten of Banban, where you guys saw me nearly turned white in that video, man. Like that Opila bird or whatever, man. That peel-sized bird really just sent me on on something. I don't know what it was, but it sent me on something. Then after that, I decided to make Easter eggs, and I wanted to have them distributed on Saturday and Sunday because I don't know why. For some reason, I thought I was scheduled on Sunday, even though the store's closed. So that's why I was really confused. But then I looked at my schedule today and for Sunday, and I'm just not scheduled. So I don't know. I was kind of confused. Anyway, I'm glad I'm not working. So only Saturday. A lot of my friends, my good friends, here in the work center, they were able to, look through the handbasket of Easter eggs that has, little snippets, like little notes and candy inside of it. So, I'm glad that they were able to get that. Then I went, then, I bonded a lot more with my friends. And then, unfortunately, because of my condition, my brain condition, my memory is so bad that I tend to forget things a lot. And, my good friend Kenny messaged me, and he's like, what did he say? Let me look this up. Let me look this up. I gotta put Kenneth on blast because Kenneth, he be lacking sometimes. Not just kidding. But anyway, he's like, do I get an egg? I was like, ooh, totally forgot about you, buddy. But you can grab some candy. And he's like, nah, it's not the same. And I was like, you know what? Like, there's a couple people I forgot to make eggs for, so I gotta make them anyway. So let me go ahead and make them, put them in the basket, and then uh and go back. So sadly, I took an Uber to work. Took an Uber. I mean, I said the word to Target, and I took an Uber back. But while I was taking the Uber, I came across this wonderful gentleman. What is his name, you ask? I'm glad you asked. Mr. Paul. And before I even get about talk about Mr. Paul, really, um, as I was leaving work, I was upstairs changing my availability because um, I need to go back to working those 40 hours a week. I kind of work like, I think like 28. I think I work like, I don't know, like 20 something a week. Maybe like 24, 28 a week. Just because of like, I go to school too. So, Monday to Thursday, I'm at school, um, working hard, grinding on that A plus mindset grind. And, I get somebody I met at work. He doesn't work or anything. He was a guest, and we exchanged numbers for me to do something for him, which is just jailbreaking. And I there's a multitude of things I know how to do, and I just don't really care enough to do. But I did that for him. But he called me today, because I was supposed to give that to him a while ago, but he was just super patient, like, and he ends up taking me home, and then we're talking for a bit as we're going home, and then we go back. I mean, we we go to my place. Dang man, we don't know where I'm going. We go to my place, to my house, and then I get his fire stick and everything, and oh, but you might be thinking like there's nothing important about the story. Well, there is. Like, remember what I said? I didn't like to accept things from anybody, and whenever anyone asked me like, hey, I can do this for you, I can do that for you, I did not like to accept it at all. If I did, then like I would break, like, it would just like make me feel uneasy inside. But he offered me a ride today, and this isn't the first person like that I worked, or at least I helped, that has given me a ride. Especially when they see me outside walking sometimes. But um, and I know you guys saying like, dang man, like you're an adult and you're riding with basically strangers. It's not strangers. Like, to me, it's not strangers. Like, I can build a really good bond with people, with just about anybody. Like, you can be, uh, you can be ghetto, and I can still have a pretty good bond with you. Like, I don't even have to act ghetto. I can just get along with you pretty well. And I know how to read people, so I can sense like my gut also. I have like the amazing gut feeling in the world. Like, it will tell me, like, it will give me red signs like right off the bat, like, oh man, bro, like this something's bad about to happen, some bad about to happen. Or if I want to make a decision based off, what other people are telling me, and I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, well, maybe I'm just not seeing it like correctly, or I'm just being irrational. Like, I should cut this person out of my life and not talk to them at all. That's what they're telling me. But then at the same time, like, my gut is telling me, no, that's not who you are. Don't cut them out of your life. So that's what it really is there. But as I said, like in my other video, um, my apology video, I always told people like I never like to accept anything from anybody. I didn't care who you were. Um, like, even it was even with my pops and my grandma. Like, they would offer me like when we were at the store, like 99-cent store. My pops would pick us up from school, and he'll stop by like 99-cent store or Walmart or something or another store, and then he'll like ask me, me and my sister, did I want any candy, and every now and then I would say yes, but a lot of the times I said no. That's just who I was. I never liked to accept anything. I just never loved to accept anything. This is just like a gift for my birthday, or something. But I just never liked to have people give me something or offer me something, or me ask them for something. And you know, initially when he asked me, did I want to ride? My initial response was like, oh no, it's okay. He asked me again, and then just like that, like, I said yeah. And it's such a big like improvement for me. Really, it's such a big improvement for me because a lot, like, I like, as I said, like, I don't like accepting anything from anybody, but I like now it's changing for me, and I can see it myself. And so do my friends. They see like a change in my personality, and it's really just because like that lock that's been placed on me has been unlocked. Like, it's unlocked on me. Like, like, I'm not 100% fine now. Like, I'm not 100% fine. That's for sure. Like, I still have like this to deal with, um, and then like a couple of mental illnesses to deal with, and then sometimes like this extreme case of boredom that I really got to get rid of. But that's the type of stuff that I typically um, like you would see. I went from being really quiet, not knowing how to interact with my feelings, and not knowing how to interact with individuals in a genuine uh, kind of way, um, to being more genuine with my friends, but most importantly, more genuine with myself. Like I understand my feelings now a lot more, and I'm able to interact a lot more and portray them a lot more. And people are seeing that in me. They're already seeing that within me. They're saying that I'm seeing a lot more happier, um, and I'm glad to hear that. So back to Mr. Paul. So getting Uber, and this was just like 10 minutes ago, maybe less. Um, well, nah. Well, the video's like 11 minutes already, so it's more than 10 minutes. But he's taking me home, and he asked me, "How's your day going?" So yeah, it's going pretty good. Yours? So yeah, it's going pretty good. And um, he was asking me like, "So we're just getting off from work or something?" I was like, "Nah, I mean, I got off a while ago, but I came back to drop off something, and now I'm just on my way back home." So, and I can't remember what exactly what we said after that, but it led to I was like, yeah, I'm just had to get this out of the way because I'm so glad I don't have to work tomorrow. Like the store's closed. I was like, oh, so what are you gonna do tomorrow? I was like, he's like, did you go to church? Hang out with family, I think. And I was like, nah, no, like I want to go to church a lot more. I used to go a lot as a kid, but when as like time progressed, like we just stopped going. And he talked to me about it as well, like how he used to do the same as a kid, um, and then he just stopped kind of going. But um, he's had other like another individual talk to him about it, and then he's wanting to make like also go to church more himself. So that was really like heart touching to me. Like people, like a lot of times, and it's funny because a lot of times, like when we're down in the dirt and we feel bad, and especially when you're like religious, you want to ask God for something and you want to apologize for something, but you kind of gotta like um we want to stop asking for something. We want to be a better version of ourselves, and we want to be the ones who put God first at all times. And that was so special to me. Um, and then we're getting closer to my house, and we passed my house, but you know, he asked me, did I want to pray with him? So, oh yeah, definitely. So we go ahead and pray, and everywhere like I can't really say it out loud, just because I know like the way I talk now, it's like a lot of my words get misconjumbled, miscombobulated, and all that type of stuff because my brain like it literally just stops itself when it's talking, when I'm talking, or when it's thinking of something. So it's like, man, it's so annoying, um, but it was really special for me because this is like another important lesson for me, right? Like that I'm able to bond with a complete stranger who's doing his job, doing a job, and hopefully something that he likes. But then I, I come across him, and then it, like it's just like a string, but now it's a thread. And like we tied it. It's knotted, and that's I love it because I always tell myself this, like God is like when I strayed away like from a path that I shouldn't have strayed away from. Like God has been planting like these very meaningful moments on my path to steer me back onto the right path, right? And as I talked in my previous videos, that like my heart was broken, and then my heart was even more broken knowing what exactly went on. Um, like right off the bat, like he picked me up, and he planted like other seeds in front of me to understand who I am as a person. Like the whole time when I was running away from my who I really was, um, I was being someone who I didn't want to be. I was being someone I was unsatisfied with being. I was being somebody who people at times were worried about and didn't want to, they wanted to keep their distance because my I was always good at hiding my emotions, but when it kind of got worse for me, you can kind of tell when I was having a bad day and to leave me alone, especially when you saw I wasn't really in a talkative mood. So I love that. Um, that I can, I've reached out my hand to, a past version of myself, which is the better version of myself, and I accepted them back into my life, and this is who you see now, a whole completely different person. And then that day when I was watching anime, which is the apology video, where I was just never accepting help from anybody, even if I was really hurt. Even if I really needed help, I didn't want help from nobody because it made no sense to me at the time. Like I want to be there to lift people up, but the people who lift people up, they also need to be lifted up at the same time. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now that I see it, but at the time I viewed it as something bad for people to lift a people lifter up, a social butterfly up. So it's really important to me. And you know, as I said, like God is He's helping me, and He's done a lot for me. And the most I can do is, I gotta definitely put Him first in my life. And there's gonna be a day where I um, do it very consistently, um, like going to church every Sunday and doing stuff like that. Um, but yeah, like today was just really meaningful to me. Like I'm so glad I met you, Mr. Paul, and what you did with me at the end was praying. It meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to me, really, and I appreciate you for that. If you see this video, like I want you to know, like that really touched my heart, um, in ways unimaginable. So thank you a lot. I really appreciate that, and I hope that you enjoy living the rest of your life out in peace and with love and integrity and honesty and grace and mercy. So you stay safe, and again, thank you. So guys, that's it for this video. Just then I would say like you guys would need just like a lot of tea for it because this isn't what the video for. It's just like just how meaningful and how my life has turned around like dramatically, and how I'm more than confident with myself. And it's funny because when we went to the movie yesterday, we kind of felt like the girl was flirting with us, and because she was just like super duper, like how do I say it, like outgoing, like it's a type of outgoing I've never seen with somebody, like at all. Like she was completely different type of outgoing. Um, but yeah, like I I I don't know. I just like my confidence is going up. I want to talk about this because in elementary school and middle school, well, towards the end of elementary school, because we had one K through six, and I was there for first through six. In my sixth grade year, I talked about it. I think in my first video where I was being bullied, I would not like bully a lot, but I would be talked about by like my skin color. Like it was darker than you know other black males. And in middle school, it just got kind of worse, like kind of worse, um, to the point where like when people would talk about my darker skin color was like, and it wasn't just like black males. It was basically a lot of other people. Then I'll get self conscious. Like, am I really like good looking as people say, or am I just like some people just like find me good looking and then the majority don't just because my skin color is dark. And I hated that, and I would hate my skin just because of that. And then I wanted to change my skin color, and Then like in high school, it didn't really matter. Like it didn't really matter that much. Like some people would say about it, but I just kind of learned to accept it. But then like I met this girl. We ain't gonna talk. We ain't gonna mention her name. Met this girl, and then she, when I said something bad about my skin color, she got pissed. Like she got mad, and I was like, uh oh, kind of woke the dragon on that one. But then like she kind of like motivated me, and everything in this life is all about preferences. Like some people don't like certain things, other people don't like certain things, and some people like things that people don't like. Blah 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 blah. Right? And that kind of motivated me, right? Because I'm like, dang, bro, like this hot girl right here likes my skin color. And then the more people I talk to about it, like they they love it. And I just never really understood. I didn't understand it before all that, but I understood it the more I talked with people about it, and it really just touched my heart. Um, but yeah, that's like when we talked about it, like my ego started going up, and when I say, well, not my ego, my self esteem started going up, and then out of high school, um, a lot of people, were just, and you don't really see it so much a lot in like school, but you see it kind of like a lot with more adults around your age or even higher. Like they would say what's really on their mind, like, "Oh my gosh, you're really handsome or you're really good looking," and I appreciate that. But I don't want to talk too much about this. I don't want the video to be longer than what it should have been. It should have been less than 20 minutes, but I'll talk about this in another video. I'll probably even record it right after. But I want you guys to have a good day. I want you guys to know that I really appreciate all you guys and stay safe.